there's somebody saying something. Oh, that's just.
All right, folks, we are back live with another Saturday morning session of EverQuest in the TLP server of Yellowknack. We are, I don't know how many months we're in at this point. This is the last weekend of Kunark content, and then starting next week, we get Velius. So we're going to be moving into the Velius expansion next week, which means we can start stockpiling gems and killing giants and working on our Thurgadden armor. And that's going to be the adventure for the next 8 weeks. 2 mornings 2 months, not 2 mornings. 2 months is what you get between expansions. So for the months of basically all through September, October into November, we will be busy working on getting our Thurgadden armor with our static group. And at some point, when it goes to Luklin, Luklin is when things get complicated. We get AA. That's something I haven't played Velius or Luklin on any of the progression servers yet, so it's gonna be very interesting to see what it's like there. What's up, Moon? Dun, 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 dun. We're here with our normal static group crowd. We're missing our monk, but he went to a Rammstein concert last night, so if I had to guess, he's probably sleeping in. Bum biddy bum biddy bum bum. All right, let's see here. Facebook, Twitter. Get my tweets out. Excuse me. All the chickens are happy this morning. All right, we're out on Twitter. We're out on Facebook. I think we're safe to start rocking out. Oh, I need to open one more tab and then we're good to go. All right, let's see here. Start muffins for thought. watching this poor guy try to buy shaman gear in the shaman channel for like an hour now. And I'm thinking it's the same issue that you were running into with the spell, Devaris.
Oh yeah.
And there's just nobody. Yeah, we're getting to the point now where there's the only people that are playing are people who are playing in a very specific time slots, like us. It's like they play their predetermined raid slots or predetermined group slots, but they're not playing outside of that. Late
Yeah.
stage TLP.
And we're getting ready for a new expansion, so people are kind
Yeah.
of taking a breather.
We will be in Bellius next Saturday,
Oh,
which means it's time to start working on. I gotta actually look up the Thurgadden armor quests. I think it's just simple. If I remember correctly, it's just simple turn-ins. It's armor pieces plus gems equals armor, and we can farm all of that with our group.
Nice.
You can't
All
do
right,
I can't do the other ones though, but only we can do the Thurgadden.
I'm gating back. I sold all the stuff in my bags, which paid for the spell easily.
mm.
Oh, I got to leave this guild.
Kinfolk.
Yeah, actually, did you see? You probably didn't see it, but
I
Deadlift,
did.
the leader, left.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it last night.
Might as well fly solo.
I left last night too.
I got you.
On
Yep,
this character anyway.
the rogue's the only one affiliated with the guild. I better post in their thing that I've got the spell. Where is Rip Fang?
I'm inside. I'm answering YouTube comments.
Gotcha. I smell Melkor, but I don't see him. Oh, there he is.
Mm.
Wonder how Day Raiders is going for him. I think that's what guild he's in.
Which one? Who? Oh, Melkor?
Melkor.
Yeah, Melkor's
Yeah,
in Day Raiders, and I think isn't Kellen one last time or something?
he is. Yes.
You guys are trying different stuff out for see what works for everybody.
Yeah, and I'm in Pixels, but I haven't been on my rogue for a month. Some fuckers got me into EQ2. I don't know who it was.
Yeah, for sure, Melkor. If they've got raids during your prime time, that's gonna be the kicker.
Yeah, so you're not staying up 4 in the morning or whatever.
Like you are right now.
Yeah, I got the 3D boots done in EQ2. Finally.
That's an interesting heritage quest. I haven't done. I don't think I've done the heritage quest since it was like the live version of the game.
Yeah, it takes a raid to get through it.
Yeah.
Actually, a two-grouper. We did it in, we did it last night and got it finished. The raid part of it, and then after that, it's just running around getting pillars.
What's up, Kedger?
Just got the cloak to do, and that is it. Got the flowing black silk sash. It's another interesting.
I don't know that I've ever done the FBSS on. I had to have done it though, because I swear I've cleared back in the day. I cleared every single heritage quest they had, but it's been
Yeah,
so many years ago. The ones that stand out to me are like the the staff that you get out of Rivervale, and then there's
yeah,
the serrated bone dirk, and then there's
yep.
the two that you do inside of it's the short sword of Yakisha and the shield that you do inside of Death Fist Citadel. Um, yeah, and then we usually do the bag, the Evil Eye bag. Well, you used to do the Evil Eye bag. Now you can just buy bigger bags on the store, so it's like, eh.
Yeah,
Mana Stone is still worth doing on the TLE server
it is.
because yeah, that mana regen's a real thing there.
Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, FBSS always used
Yeah,
to be a mandatory thing to get
this is the
in the
EverQuest
first
one, but
part of
not the P99. This is the TLP, so this is one of the progression
the game,
servers.
and it's actually not too bad to get a hold of.
I think we're closing in on the end of the 4th
But
month
the
for this progression
doggone
server
Euphrates boots is a pain in the butt.
because this is going to
You got to know
Velius. The Velius
Giant.
expansion
You got to do the
starts
Dragon Language
Wednesday, I
quest.
think. So we're 4
All
months
that
in at
shit.
this point. Oh no, actually, yeah, we're 4 months in. We are 16 weeks in at this point, so that's 4 months. Well, I'm not sure. I guess we just go down and kill random stuff until we see if Kel makes it or not.
I mean, we can, yeah.
Yeah, just give me a second. I was noodling around.
Let me see. Oh, I suppose we probably better buff. Right, I was surprised. And then get main assist and then all that good stuff. Might as well get that out of the way early.
That's out of the tradition. I don't know if we should be doing all that.
Doing all the while.
Huh. Now, of course, got a new look.
There's no necro here. Just an innocent
Yeah,
little hobbit.
yeah. I'll pull the wizard up here. Give me a second. I pull him with fear, right? That's the right spell.
I think so.
I did put it on my spell bar just for fun.
All right. As soon as this gets done, Swift like Wind gets done, I'll come as I do. Actually, I might as well take him as a pet.
Yeah, flex that new spell, baby.
Gonna flex it. Become my bitch. Oh, like a champ.
Hmm. Did things.
I love Lotro. I love WoW. Both those are great games. EQ2. I'm about to reload Star Wars Old Republic.
Wizard here
Patch
too.
it up anyway, because I've got some quests I need to do for content. There we go. Right there.
It's going.
Roro-reggy.
Oh!
Yeah. Let's pick one here.
Starting the morning off right.
Mm, that's a whole lot of things. Get the other spellcasters out of the way.
Who is Gartic? Is that is that Melkor's pet? No.
That's your pet.
How is my pet? The taunt is off. How is he taking damage? Interesting. That's the charmed one.
Oh, well, it's not marked, so.
See what you did there. We were just talking about this last night during our P99 stream. I was bitching hardcore about the quality of life features that these fucking games need to put in.
Yeah.
Like a combat ring that doesn't rely upon someone needing to remember to set
Fully
someone as the
agree.
main tank. Like, just fucking have a target ring. Like,
Oh my gosh.
Being able to set somebody as a main tank is already improvement.
it is an improvement over P99 for sure.
Yeah.
I don't even think you get target rings in that version.
No.
It's literally just the assist key.
Yep.
Ooh, I don't.
Lotro is definitely my
What do I
favorite
got
out of
for-
those three,
oh,
Cadger. I love Lord of the
we may
Rings
be going
Online.
without a pot today.
Love, love, love. Yeah, no, there's no reason for a pot. I've only got until 10 at the latest, and there's only 4 of us, so I wouldn't spring it.
I got a parcel on this character. I hope fuck the lure's not sitting in there. I'm gonna be pissed.
You have what now?
I have a parcel on this character.
From
If the lure's sitting there, I'm gonna be mad as hell.
some other person, be like, no, I spent all that time this morning, motherfucker.
This week, I mean, literally about 7 hours of trying to freaking whore myself out for it.
I need to stop being lazy and go to Furion Vi with another one of my characters and get all my spells because I'm missing my level 50 heal. There's a new slow. There's quite a few
Yeah.
things I could get for my shaman, and I've just been putting it off. But I'm gonna need them before we go to Velius because those mobs are a different tier. By the way, I will not be here tomorrow morning. Starting this weekend, I'm not gonna be doing EQ anymore. It's Sunday mornings.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
I think we
morning.
mentioned that last week.
We
Yeah.
did.
Okay.
It's fine. I don't know if I'm going to be here. I didn't know if I was going to be here anyway on Sunday. I got my son-in-laws, both grandmas passed away on the same day. So I think their visitation and funeral may
Sure.
be on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it was rough. My grandmother passed away in around the Thanksgiving holidays last year, and because of all the COVID lockdowns, like there was no, it wasn't a normal situation. Like you couldn't, like the whole process. She got sick so quick. Um, it was like within 48, 72 hours, and no one could get into the hospital to see her. It was like they only let my uncle in, and then the funeral was like this weird, like thing of like no one can, you can't do it the way it used to be done. I don't know how it is now, but that was last year. For which game, Cadger?
Yeah,
Lotro,
I don't have it. Well, I mean, it's pretty lax here now, especially in Arkansas.
Lotro, we have
Yeah, I'm in
a.
Louisiana. They basically nobody even paid attention.
That's how it is in now anyway in Missouri. It's nobody pays attention. Bristlebane's bundle? That's a magician.
Yeah.
We do have this. We have the servers. Yes, we. So here's the thing. Our gaming community, Cadger, typically goes from game to game, and we play about 3 to 4 months each time in a different MMORPG. So as an example, we were on the Antonia Bale server playing EverQuest 2 from Thanksgiving through until January. Then from February into April, we played Lord of the Rings Online
So we
on
hired
the
my son-in-law to
Laurelland
paint our
server.
interior of our
And
house.
then we moved to
We
this
started
server,
last weekend. He got
EverQuest,
3/4 of it
TLP,
done in
Yellowknack,
3
and then
days.
we
And
moved to World of
my wife
Warcraft
took a look at it
Classic.
on Monday, and I
And
got new paint.
so right now, WoW Classic is our
I
main
had to go
jam.
pick up new
So
paint.
we
She
do
didn't
have
like
a
the color.
guild
Oh
on
my lord.
servers for EverQuest 2 and Lord of the Rings Online, but we're not
Yep.
actively playing there right now. But there is a guild, and we have guild halls and everything else,
So when we
and
bought
most
this
of us
house
play once a
last
week,
year,
but it's not an
my
active,
mother-in-law
there's no
came
active guild
and visited
content
the
happening.
house, and she said the room I'm sitting in has lavender walls, and she says you can repaint that easy. And I was like, why would I want to repaint it? It's lavender. I like lavender. Apparently, I'm not supposed to want an office with lavender walls.
I just told her to leave mine alone because I'm going to paint mine. I'll do my own.
Yeah.
I mean, they did a really good job. I just feel bad that. Well, I don't feel
Right.
bad because we're paying for their child care for the next 2 months
There you go.
for him to do it. But
Yeah, we need to repaint a lot of this house, but we're kind of waiting for the floors to all settle because we had we had some piers adjusted and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to
So
share my house because it needs to be painted so bad. Like, if most people saw our house, they would be like, "Oh my God, how can you live there?" And I'm like,
I've
"It's just paint." Like,
yeah, yeah,
I've been watching your videos, so
it's 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 very basic, but it's livable. I mean, the big complaint, I think the only complaint that we both share is because we are using and this doesn't matter. It's we have so many cats. It's the cat thing. So there's the dust from the cat boxes gets everywhere. And because we're a small house, like that has become a nightmare scenario where there's just that and it doesn't matter if you're using
sorry.
kitty litter or dirt, it's the dust from the litter box that just goes everywhere and coats everything when you're in a small space. So Chris has like the we have open cabinets because it's just shelves basically. So all of it's covered with clear plastic to try to keep the dust out from all of our, you know, dishes and everything else. But like the fridge, our poor fridge is like the top of that fridge. I don't even want to know what the poor fan filter looks like right now. Um,
Yeah. Yay, cats.
yeah, I think the only thing that gets me is the heat is pretty bad, obviously, but that's I live in the air conditioned office, so that's ignorable. The one that Chris is really upset with and wants to fix is the drainages. I have not posted a flood video. That's coming up this week. I'm going to post
Mm,
videos of the flooding that happens every time it rains.
that's
Because
very frustrating.
it's, yeah, so we're on the bottom side of a hill and there's no drain pipes of any type. So all the water runs straight down the hill. Now, the church on one side has a wall, they have a big retaining wall, and there's no drain in it. So when it hits that retaining wall, it just fills up our backyard like a pool. And
Yeah,
because we're on the bottom angle side of the slope, none of the other neighbor properties get any of the drain off, so we get it all. And it hits our house, and then there's literally the only place it has to go is there's like an 8-inch to 12-inch gap on the right side of like behind my office wall between us and the next door house. So they've got a block wall, and then we have the wall of our house. And so there's like this 8-inch gap where the water can escape. And when it comes down, I mean, the first, because we had put like we didn't know that it did that. We didn't know about the drainage. So when we first moved in, we had put chicken wire up over that gap to keep the kittens from escaping and going out into the street and getting run over.
mm,
And the first time it rained, I was in here streaming P99, and Chris came running in and she's like, "Help!" And I'm like, "Oh shit, an emergency, what's happening?" I go outside. The water was less than a half of an inch from spilling over into our house and like running its way through our home out to the street. And it was like we were panic mode, going, "What the fuck is happening? Like, what's going on?" And then we looked out back, and it was like, oh, it had all hit that chicken wire and had just all the leaves and everything
yeah,
else had just backed up and it wasn't going to be able to drain. And even now, though, with it wide open, when it rains, it'll get within 2 to 3 inches of coming up into our house, and it's like, man, if something ever does clog that and we're asleep and or we're gone for a week, it's gonna just destroy, and thankfully everything here is concrete, so it wouldn't, destroy, but it would make a huge mess. And there's really no solution to that other than like drill a hole in the retaining wall to the church and be like, sorry. It's Chris just wants to put up a retaining wall in the back side of the property where the forest is. Um, my only concern with that would be it's going to have to be we won't be able to build like a half retaining wall. We'd have to build a full retaining wall. Um, and then the other issue is that we can't just build a retaining wall in the back. We're going to have to build it around the sides too because just because it hits the back, it's going to want to run out to the side. And the side is the neighbor's property, and the neighbor's property angles to our property. So we would still get the runoff even if we built a retaining wall on the back side of the property. So we would literally just need to wall off the entirety of our backyard. Um, at which point we no longer have access to the forest, and therefore no breeze coming through the trees, which is a factor for when we're out back. So there's It's yeah, that's the drainage is the one big thing I think. Paint's nothing.
Ugh.
It sucks, but it's nothing. Like I can not look at it because I only ever see a computer screen. So I'm just like, we don't have guests. Doesn't matter.
This house is just 2.5 years old.
Yeah.
What's up, Crinkle?
All right, I'm good.
Oh, that's right, Cadger. You'd gotten
Turd and
set up with
turd here.
Lance and Gila and Joe and everybody trying to play a little bit on EQ2. It's a similar situation on Lotro. We have a handful of people that play on like Tuesdays. I still play Lotro on Tuesdays, but my character is so high level I don't group with anybody. I know what Chris wants to do is Chris just wants to buy all three of the lots behind us and buy that whole property section. It's all owned by the same guy. It's the brother of the guy who owned this house years and years and years ago. And he's old.
Yeah.
Chris thinks we could buy it all for like $5,000. I'm like, that seems a little low. I wouldn't sell it for $5,000, but
I don't know what property prices are like down there.
it's such a huge. It's so different than the U.S. because our place we paid 10 grand cash for, so 10,000 bucks for the lot and the land, the lot and the house. The house was built in 2002, so it's a 20-year-old house, and it's a small plot of land. I think Chris did. She the I don't have the plans in front of me. It's not big. Like I think our house is only like it's a one bedroom, so I think it's only like in the ballpark of like 700 or 800 square feet. It's not big.
Okay. I
Yeah,
mean, for two people, that's
yeah,
fine.
that's
Yeah.
fine. Exactly.
What it's not
You
big
know,
enough for is 8 fucking cats.
that's what I was getting ready to say. A whole tribe of cats out there.
Yeah. The
uh,
problem with our house really is that it's uh, nope, that's not a problem. There's no problems.
there you go. Yeah, wife walked by. No problems. No problem.
No, I don't have. No, she's still asleep. Actually, no. Every time I start to think something's a problem, the main problem with our house is that it had a bad owner before us
Yeah, that
who
could
ignored
definitely.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's some back maintenance we're having to catch up on, and
Are you talking
like having the whole
EverQuest,
house
Hayden?
leveled and stuff
I have
like
no
that.
reference for EverQuest Live.
Oops.
I don't play
And
retail
pretty sure the
EverQuest,
air
so
conditioner
I have
hadn't had any maintenance
no
done
no frame of
since
reference.
right around the year 1999. So the hot water heater is like 15 years out of date.
Oh yeah, that was so. This is probably before I met you guys, but I think it was last year around like March of the year before when we were still in the city. The place we were renting, the lady who was there, she was a nice Catholic lady, um, and taught at the Catholic school, very religious, very devout, and her sister owned like 3 units. But the
Hmm.
problem was the units had not been updated in probably 30 years, and so the water heater in particular was really, 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 really bad, sketchy bad, and I took a fireball to the face and literally lost my eye. Not that I have a lot of eyebrows to begin with, but I lost like the front half inch of my hairline, and I had to
Mm.
full on go to the hospital. I burnt. My hand was inside the unit when I was lighting the pilot light, and
Ugh.
I burned all four from the knuckle on the back of your hand all the way down to like the first knuckle underneath your fingernail. I had, 1/4 inch high blisters across all four fingers because I just nuked that hand, all because of a faulty fucking pilot light because it was a you know, a new, new tank of gas, and went to go light it, and it was not cooperating, and it did. I didn't smell anything, and apparently it had built up gas.
Oh yeah.
And I, yeah, got my hand, melted my hand, and took a fireball to the face. Thankfully, I didn't burn like my face because that was far enough back. But it was that situation where like I looked sunburnt for like a week, and then my eyes hurt for like 2 days, and it was
Mm,
the hand was the I was like, no, this is the hand I use for my mouse, like all my work stuff. That was
yeah.
and that's the kind of stuff that drives me nuts. It's like, why wouldn't you? A water heater is not expensive, you know.
Yeah.
But
Right. That's on our list. But we want to switch over to gas, so it's a little bit
yes,
slower because we we want to have natural gas run to the house. For some reason, they never had it run to the house, even though there's gas on the street.
sure,
And we want to put a generator running off natural gas for hurricanes.
that's totally valid. The
Yeah.
the other thing is they do things so different down here. As an example, in the front of our house, so we do have we have a drain out for the septic that drains
Mm,
out to the main sewer line out underneath the street somewhere. I've
mm,
never seen this before, and I'm not a honer in the United States, but I've never seen this in the States. What limited experience I have doing like pipes and stuff, but there's like a great opening, right, where you can go. There's a big concrete slab that's like 3 foot by 5 foot that you can, two people can pick up and move, and down in there is access to the drain pipes, right? So it's like this 3 foot by 5 foot wide box that goes down about 6 feet, and on one side of it is the exit from our house, right? The pipe for our house, from our septic, or from our just home. It's literally just a pipe for all of our drainage from the kitchen to the bathrooms, goes into this pipe and dumps into this box, this 3 foot by 5 foot box. And in the bottom of that box, on the one side is our pipe, which comes out into this hole, and then the pipe stops, and then it's just an open everything. And then on the other side of the box is another pipe, which is the
I'm
pipe
rooted.
which is the pipe that goes out to the street. And I'm so confused why it doesn't just have a single pipe that runs from our house to the street. Why is there's like a 3 foot gap where there's nothing? And so that box just, thankfully there's a slab on top of it to keep the stench out, but
Mm,
it's all the sewage. And so it goes into this box, and it's at the same level, but the street pipe is like 3 inches higher than the other pipe where ours exits. And so there's always at least 3 to 6 inches of standing goo down in this box. And I'm just scratching my head going, why do they not run a line all the way out to the street? Why is there a break inside of this box? What's the purpose of this box? What is any of this? I just don't get it.
mm, it's odd.
It's terrifying if there would ever be a clog down in there, because that box would just fill up and overflow.
Oh yeah.
All right. Rebuffing done.
Yeah, I don't know anything about EQ Live, guys. I'm on the TLP server.
Rooted again. Oh my goodness. How am I rooted?
Oh, you did remind me. I need to get my group resist versus disease up.
He'll be incoming in a second. There you go. You guys popped at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course.
Is that you healing me or is that my club procking?
I haven't cast a heal on you in a little bit, so probably your club.
Okay. I put the heal gem in it, so to try and help with that. All right. Wizards incoming. Everybody's ready.
Yep.
Well, our excitement for this week is that my dog got increasingly sick over the last couple of weeks.
That
We
sucks.
took her to the vet this week, and she had an infected uterus,
Mm.
Oh wow.
as happens to older dogs, and they had to take it out. We had never had her spayed because we were gonna have puppies,
Yeah, we
but
don't have a septic
we
tank,
didn't. So, oh well.
Zeph. It's literally just a pipe that runs straight out to the. At
She's
least there's no
not
septic tank
feeling
that
well,
we
of
know
course.
of.
Now,
As far as we're aware, the pipe literally from our bathroom drains straight down. Our
I'm just
everything goes
Hopefully she
straight
aggravated.
into
recovers
this one
fully.
drain pipe and
Yeah,
runs
I'm
out
just
to that
aggravated because we
box.
took her to the
Because I was
vet, and
wondering,
the
is
vet
it
said,
some
"Oh,
type
it's
of
just
septic
arthritis. That's why she's
box,
not wanting
septic
to get up
tank
and move
system?
around."
But I can't figure it out.
She was running and jumping out of moving cars like a week ago or a month ago. She doesn't go from that to not able to walk in a month from arthritis.
Right. Well, infected uterus can be pretty painful.
I'm
Got
sure.
a pop.
Oh, good. We need more stuff to kill. Oh, it's gone. Oh, there it is.
My wife would like to ship the bulldog to you if you would like.
Um, no, I've done a bulldog. My bulldog was my best friend when I was a teenager.
Yeah, they're good loyal dogs, but they fart and burp like a freaking grown man
Uh, my
and
dog,
snore.
yeah, my Labrador has no lack of any of that. She's good for all that too.
No, maybe don't run into that room.
Yeah, I don't have a lure, or not a lure. What's it called? Pacify.
Lull.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get it up. I'm pretty sure I have pacify somewhere in this
Yeah, low pacify, whatever it is.
bunch of crap. Calm.
I might be able to pull the left leprous scarab without pulling anything else.
All right. Take
Waiting for the critical fail. Oh, look, you got it. All right.
I'm gonna
Pulling the
grab
left one.
Okay. It's the fail.
Okay.
Okay. I'll grab him. Maybe. At least have my pet. I don't know where the damn knight came from. Leave me alone.
I mean, you
I'm too
guys
pretty
sounded
for
pretty
you.
panicky. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Pouring down rain outside.
Okay, so that was mistakes were made right there. Didn't need to do the stun.
Mm.
Why? Oh, because I lulled it. So it looks like only ABC. All right, quick bathroom break. All right.
See, at. It's like he mellowed me, and that was it. He's having trouble getting down the stairs. There he is, finally.
Attack. I lost the link.
All right, everybody,
There it is. What's up, Sparrow? Hayden says, I am Mezerzilia. Copy that. I mean, I'd welcome you, Mezer, but we're holding our last spot for Kel, because Kel's a member of our static group, so we got to keep it open for him. He went to a Rammstein concert last night, so he's a little late this morning. But good morning to Sparrow and anybody else who might be joining us for the first time. I just put a link up. The fourth video in our Lotro Chicken Coop series just went live for members of the Adventurers Guild, which are the private members here on YouTube. So if you're a member, you can go check out that video. It's about 12 minutes long, and it details the delivery of the lumber and the condition of the lumber, which is not good. It's going to be a fun project building the things we need to build. I know Sparrow's here right now. If everybody has a chance, make sure to click her name, go to her link, go to her YouTube channel. She just put out a video of our Hellfire adventures from our static group on Thursday nights with the multi-stream team. So if you want to go watch some WoW content this morning, we did the Ramparts and Blood Furnace as well as Slave Pens that night. Go check it out. Oh, dude, leave me alone. I haven't done anything to you.
He touched me in places I can't talk about.
Apparently, yeah. Roar!
Let's see. There's like 6 in the room right now.
Let me see what I can do with. All right.
What was that?
What was what?
What did you cast on him?
Cast a lull spell
Okay.
on the one behind him there. It's extra
Oh,
calm.
okay. All right.
Gripfang is so pretty.
Apparently. It wants to eat me 'cause I'm pretty.
All right, my dumbass pet. I don't know if the wall will work on the one on the deal, but I'll get the one on the right anyway.
I'll
All right.
pull in the knight on the left.
Evidently, I can't do the wizard.
Oh, sure. I wouldn't expect you could.
It is Mez, so we got that going for us.
Yep.
Good old Dr. Pete.
What's up, Mujin?
You guys running EQ2 today, Ren?
Yes. I have no idea who's showing up, but yeah, that's the plan. I know I'll be there. Nathan will be there. Vendini's gonna be there. Beyond that, I don't think we have a head count yet.
Okay. I'll try to make myself available. I'll
Okay.
have to mentor down from 50, but I don't know how bad that screws up experience, though. That's the problem.
I think at this point nobody gives a shit anymore. I think in the beginning it was like, oh, let's try to do this, and then it was like, why? There's only 3 people. Like, let's just take who we can get, and get what you get. Don't
Yeah.
throw a fit kind of scenario. I think at this point we're literally just running it to have something to stream on a Saturday afternoon. That's kind of what it is, because at least from our perspectives, when Nathan and I sat down and talked about it, it's like we're trying to make sure that we provide a buffet, so to
Yeah.
speak, of MMORPG, of classic MMORPG content for our YouTube algorithms. So making sure that we've got EQ2, EQ1, WoW Classic, Lord of the Rings Online, those games in the rotation. So at this point, it's just making sure that we get one video a week that's EverQuest 2. I think that's the number one concern. And then, of course, obviously anything to keep the community engaged and having fun. Because there are people, like, I mean, in my channel right now, Kadger was here, and I know we've got Gila and Joe. Like, they very much want to keep playing EverQuest 2, but they're doing it on the free-to-play server because they don't. I don't think either
Yes.
one of them wants to pay a sub right now. So there's people who want to play on the old Antonio Bale server, but then there's people who want to try the TLP, but it's not enough to do a guild effort. So
Well, when you
Yeah.
guys decide to rotate around a Dayak, let me know.
well, I know Nathan's gonna be doing Dayak, I think.
Mm.
I won't, but he will. I may dabble, but I don't.
Be careful. You
I
dabble, you
I
may
no,
stay.
I dabbled before when he did it a couple years ago, and I
Mm.
didn't really like it too much. It felt a lot like what was it? Damn, I can't remember the name of the game now. Um, to be honest with you, I can't even remember what I played. I remember trying something and played for like 2 weeks, and that was enough.
Mm.
I like the class variation. That was one thing I think the Dayak did really, really well. Like there were
Oh yeah,
so many classes.
there were,
I hear you,
and each
Rebecca.
realm
Like
had
if I wasn't
at least
streaming
one
full
class that
time,
was completely unique to it
like if I wasn't
and
like
not
trying
really
to make a living
overlapped
on
by
YouTube,
anything
I
else.
would not be playing EverQuest 1 and EverQuest 2 because
Do you
honestly,
need mana for a
they do
minute?
not give me very good views
I
in
don't.
terms of
I do
long-term
have to load up
traffic.
buffs, so we should be getting. You guys should be down about 2 minutes left on
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm about 8 minutes out from needing to rebuff
Yeah,
tanky stuff.
looks
So.
like.
So
Well, let's
anyway, and if I wasn't
pull this
playing
golem right
EverQuest 1 and
here.
EverQuest 2 with
Okay.
friends, I would not be
That's
playing those
blue.
games because they don't get me
Not
any
too
sort of
bad.
views. Live streams, I
There's
get
two of them.
15 people, but it's the 15 people who are part of the community. I don't get outside people watching EverQuest 1 and EverQuest 2 videos. So if I want to grow the channel, I can't, only
I'm
stream
coming. I got a pet
EverQuest 1
break
and
here.
EverQuest 2. I have to do other things to
That's
grow
what
the
you do.
channel because there's just not enough. There
That's how I
aren't
roll.
any people watching or playing EverQuest 1 and EverQuest 2
Uh
on
oh, the tank pulled something. Time to break.
YouTube. I get great views with Lotro videos, and I get great views with Warcraft videos. Also, Star Wars Republic, hit and miss, but I'll often get
Alright,
decent
play
views
with
with
you.
those.
And come in group magic, so you don't get rooted. Hopefully, ever.
So there's nothing wrong with living through our EQ1 and EQ2 streams, Rebecca, because you've
Not
got
making
more than
promises.
enough to do. And wow, we appreciate you being there in WoW and doing what you've done with making all the glyphs and helping everybody out, running dungeons with folks. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. What is this real life you speak of? I think at one point in time I used to have a real life. Now I live in front of a computer screen. Cadger says pay for the all access 1 month sub. I do it in 3 month blocks, so you get a little bit of a discount. You get a much bigger discount with Lotro. So with Lotro, if you do a 3 month block, it drops it down to like $10 a month. I think EverQuest they only drop it down to like $13.99 or $12.99. It's like a $2 or $3 a month discount. It's not a huge one, but I'm on my second 6 month block right now. But I imagine by the time I get through with this 6 month block, I'll be done because I'll probably continue EverQuest on the TLP server until we're into Luklin, and then once we're into Luklin, that'll probably be it for me. I'm debating a yearly sub with World of Warcraft, to be honest with you. I'm enjoying it enough. I did a 3 month. I just resubbed for another 3 months, um, and I'm debating when we get to the end of this. That'll be October, November, December. It'll be Christmas time. If we still have a good enough population, and it looks like we are going to have, and people are going to be hanging around, and we're going to be doing raiding and everything else throughout the 2023, then I'll spring for a year. Plus, I think Chris is stating that once we get the Cathol spayed and neutered, she wants to go back and start streaming with me on Sunday mornings. And I think we're going to be doing WoW retail on Sunday mornings, and that's good content for my stream. So assuming that's the case, I think I'll definitely pay for a couple of year long subscriptions.
This dude was just wandering through.
Then he deserves to die.
Yeah, he was about to walk over here, cause us some trouble.
I'm
You did just remind me I need to do my squats, Rebecca. Thank you for that. I haven't done any exercises this
When
morning
does
yet.
Velios drop next week or the week after?
Wednesday, I believe.
Okay, same as the TLP on EQ2. They drop a new one
Yep.
Wednesday. Yep. 10 levels. Ay.
10 levels of what?
Goes from 50 to 60 in EQ2
Oh,
TLP.
I think I'm like level 10, so it doesn't really affect me. I keep switching characters, that's the problem. Plus, Kel said not to go over level 5. So I stopped leveling my cleric and went and played other things. Oh well. I think my wife said she got to level 40 on World of Warcraft. So I can almost group with her. I think if somebody were watching Ren's stream right now, they would say, why is this Muslim man praying while playing EverQuest?
Do what?
And huffing and puffing at the same time.
I know. It looks like you're genuflecting though.
By the way, was my huffing and puffing coming through the mic? Because I didn't think to mute
No, no.
myself. Oh, man, 100 body weight squats is... I'll get you pumping. All right, rebuffing Svarthar right now.
I'll be right back. I gotta go to a different Discord really quick.
Yep. A little bit of workout ASMR. Zeph. Pretty much
Oh,
everyone's
things are
level
starting to
70.
pop in the room.
You know, we've been leveling since May, so pretty much everyone's level 70 and ready to go for
Better kill him.
Wrath.
Better kill him.
Yeah, I got a 70 DK, 68 mage, and a 65 hunter, 64 hunter. And I'm going to be leveling the mage this week, getting the mage to 70. So well, that's because there's no matchmaker. There's no cross server matchmaker in Classic, so you actually have to just put your name up in a group, and they want to keep that classic feel. I think that goes for many people, yeah. I mean, as an example, yesterday with my tank, I didn't plan on playing during the afternoon, but I came back and had a few hours, and I attempted to just put myself in the looking for group finder as a tank during the middle of the afternoon, which is not prime time for that server. And I think I was in the group for I was in that for like an hour and never got a single tell or offer or anything. But I know the moment that I put something into like guild chat, I had a couple people who were willing to do something, but we didn't have any healers available, and I didn't want to use a pickup healer. So yeah. I have found that if you're willing to do it, Maduros and I have put together tons of group leveling over the last few months. If you're willing to put the time into it, you'll find pickup people for a group within 5-10 minutes. Occasionally, you'll have to wait a little bit because there was a tank drought earlier, and so it's been hard to find tanks. But once they unlocked DKs, there is no longer a shortage for tanks. So 5-10 minutes if you want to put something together as a pug. If you just put yourself, and I think someone was talking about that in guild chat last night. They were saying the difference between looking for group and looking for more. They were looking for group for a quest for like an hour, got nothing. Did a looking for more people to do this quest and got just hit with a dozen tells right away. Most people are not outgoing enough to want to put together a group. They just want to wait for someone else to put the group together. That's why I've never agreed with people who sit there and say, "Oh, my life in EverQuest 1 was sitting around for 3 hours looking for a group, and that's why I hate looking for group in that game because I just sat around all day looking for group." Well, the reason you sat around looking for group is because you weren't trying hard to find a group. Because if you really wanted to do a group, you would put one together and you would have people. Because all you got to do is do OOCs, go to forums, go to Reddit, post different places, just be outgoing and you will find people. But not everyone wants to be outgoing. But you can't blame the game when it's a you problem and not a game problem. Cripple. Ooh. Didn't you already get that one, Devaris? Oh, he might still be AFK.
He's in another Discord. He's
Oh, that's right. Well, I'm just gonna
not
take it.
really AFK.
I'm
He's
I'm pretty
been
sure
chatting.
he got the last one that dropped. So
No, it's a common drop anyway. Probably have one on Yalty somewhere. Hey, Shaman. How you doing, buddy?
But yeah, as long as you can be outgoing, groups usually can be put together in a minimum amount of time. Crinkled says, or wasn't a cleric because I would get tells within seconds of logging in. That's a good point. I gotta say, I'm really excited for Chris to play with me again.
This guy's
It's
about to
not her
pop
thing.
on the
Gaming is
daisy
not
in
her
a
thing.
second.
But I've been wanting to try out
Too
retail
much
because I'm
else
having
right
so
there.
much fun in classic. I'm like, I never gave retail a shot because I was too busy with other
Lots of
stuff.
things in this room.
Now I have the time and I have the inclination, and I'm really excited to like dive in. But I would rather do it with her. Is this disco?
Yes.
Never mind. Boris already got it. But I don't want to play classic with her because classic is more than she'll be willing to put in.
Gotta remember to ask the Bars if he has color slant yet. I think he does.
How we doing on the respawn here? Is anything popping in the immediate future?
Shouldn't be too far off.
All right, I need to peek my head out real quick because I'm hearing yelling going on in the kitchen.
It's probably fine.
All right, be right back.
All right, sorry about that.
Okay. You were doing a good job, even though you weren't talking to us. So.
Well, I was paying attention.
Yeah, I know.
That's my EQ. It was my EQ2 leveling buddy.
Okay,
He just got his wife started playing.
that's cool.
Yep. So he was wanting to know if I do tier 2 materials, which I have bucket loads on both my 50s.
Mm.
All right, I'm back. That was breakfast being prepared and cats being yelled at.
Excellent. I had a great breakfast this morning. Egg drop soup.
Mmm.
It is a
For
good breakfast.
breakfast? That sounds
Yeah,
delicious.
it's freaking awesome.
There's the pop.
Yep.
That's what we were waiting on.
Yep, I started doing that about a month ago, where I'd order Chinese food and get an extra egg drop soup, and the next morning I'd have soup.
You order with extra MSG?
I don't care what's in it.
I don't either.
Meow meow.
No, that's the sesame chicken.
Oh, that's what I had last night. No. That's what I had actually last night for my main course.
Yeah, if you can find a Chinese restaurant that makes good sesame chicken, it's just the best.
It is
It,
pretty
this
tasty stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and this one's really, really good. I love it because it's actually really crunchy.
Yeah.
It's not soggy and melted together.
Right.
Chris has been, speaking of sesame, she's been making her own tahini to make hummus. And
Sure.
it's just the house has been smelling divine the last few days because she's just been roasting sesame seeds for like 3 days in a row.
I
And it's
bet.
just like,
Oh
oh my
man,
God, it smells so good. Like last night, I went and had a big spoonful of it because she was putting it in the blender. And I don't know if you've ever had like fresh tahini when it comes out and it's like roasted sesame with the olive oil and everything else fresh out of the blender, and it's just warm and gooey and toasty goodness.
No, it sounds good though.
It's way better than the store-bought stuff.
I dated a girl a little bit in college who was Jewish, and her grandmother used to make her tahini and peanut butter, tahini and jelly sandwiches
Ooh, ooh, I might
instead
have
of
to.
peanut butter because she'd keep peanut butter in the house, but she kept tahini.
I'm gonna have to ask Chris to do that because she's been making it in excess. Vowelist.
I love hummus, man. I can't tell you how much I love hummus.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's the
when
best.
the first time I made it for Chris, she immediately got hooked, and now it's been like I think the whole time we've been married, that's like something she makes like at least once or twice a month. She'll make hummus, which is great because it was my recipe that turned into her recipe, and hers is better than mine when she's making it from scratch like this because I don't know what she does to it. Mine is better when we use the store bought stuff, like the store bought tahini, but
Mm,
um, hers is just so much better that I just prefer to like have hers.
yeah. Well, I've gotten lazy, and now I just take the crock pot and I fill it with dried chickpeas
Hmm.
and cook them until they're all tender, and then I just eat them with butter.
That's so. Chris just did a big pot over the wood fire, right? A big pot of chickpeas. I'll tell you what's
Uh,
a really good if you've never done this before. When you've got them all cooked down and they're soft like that.
mm.
When you say butter, are you just Are you just like putting butter on the side and then like corn on the cob type thing, where you're just kind of mushing the butter around, like
No, I
just
just put some butter on top of them, let it melt into them,
right,
and
right.
eat
So
them.
it's just melted butter. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
If you take them and put the butter in a frying pan and just saute them, just brown them just a little bit in butter.
Oh, that does
Yeah, it's
sound good.
so good. And then if you like sprinkle, if you want to go above and beyond that, you can start to experiment once they're on your plate. Sprinkle lime juice over them, sprinkle lemon juice over them, whatever you want as like a little bit of extra. But it's like fried chickpeas but they're not
Mm.
really fried, but they're browned with butter.
Sure.
And then if you want to serve eggs on the side, man, I'm a big fan. I like
Oh
chickpeas in
yeah,
all their forms.
I do too. I even like them just on salad.
Mm-hmm. Mm,
Mm.
good stuff. One of the strays only had
Sounds
three
like
legs. He was the one I put food out for, and they started
grits the way
showing
you
up.
eat them.
Oh, I love
Uh,
grits too, dude.
I do love grits too. Yeah.
I
And
put my
grits,
eggs on grits with maple syrup.
yeah, grits are good.
Yes.
Hard to find where I grew up, but they're as an adult, anytime I find grits, I am happy to have grits. I
We
especially
have
like
like
going to
this.
like a hotel that's got them on the breakfast, because then it's like, oh, I'm having grits this morning.
Yeah. That's Embassy Suites, man.
Mm.
They have hummus for after hour stuff or for happy hour,
Ooh,
Mm.
nice.
and then in the morning it's grits. I'm just miserable.
I'll tell you who has the Marriott. What the hell is the name of the? It's the Sleep Inn, isn't it? Marriott or something. I forget what it's called, but they've got
Mm.
a breakfast that they do, and the roasted potatoes that they do for breakfast are some of the best I've ever had. The rest of the breakfast is kind of meh, but those roasted potatoes are just amazing.
I'm hungry again.
Yeah, I haven't eaten yet. That's why I'm like, I can smell food coming from the kitchen. It's like,
Wow. We used to go to New Orleans every year in July, and there's a place to eat breakfast down off the French Quarter where they have biscuits the size of your open hand, and
mm,
and it's New Orleans, so you have beer for breakfast. So it's
mm-hmm.
just a thing. Yeah.
I want a beignet so bad I can't see straight. A good one.
Well, that makes you kind of limited. It's only like one place to get really good beignets,
Uh,
and it's in the French Quarter.
of course.
There are other places, but they're never as good.
My wife and I booked a trip to go down there, and when we couldn't make it,
Mm,
and then somebody used our card for $400 worth of Victoria's Secret and $300 worth of gas.
that's lovely.
Yep.
When I was growing up, my aunt lived on the west bank of New Orleans, over in Algiers, and we could
Got
take
one
the
here.
ferry across to the French Quarter on the weekends when I was visiting her. So you
That would
get
be
up,
awesome.
yeah, you get up on Saturday morning, go across the river, go look at all the cool stores all around the French Quarter. They used to have a store that sold antique weapons and coins.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, we'd do that, and then we would go to Central Grocery, which was a little grocery store that's been there forever. That is the one that created the muffalata. Have fresh muffaladas. Eh, and now everybody's dead, so or moved away.
Uh, yeah, I'll get down to New Orleans one of these days.
Yeah,
We skipped that to go to Portland, Maine, which was a great trip.
I'm sure. I'd like to go to Maine. I haven't been to Maine.
I haven't either.
Been in, I've been to New York. That's as far as I've been up there.
I don't think I've ever really done any East Coast stuff, or I don't know that I've been. I've done Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Illinois. I don't think I've been further east than any of those places. I've done
I've been,
everything on the west. West of the Mississippi, I've been everywhere.
yeah. I haven't been to Washington or Oregon or Idaho. Need to go up
They're all
there.
pretty mountainous, forested. They look kind of
Yeah.
the same. The difference is that there's more rain in Washington than you're gonna get in like Oregon or Idaho.
My vacation of choice right now is the Carolinas or Vermont.
Yep. That almost complete my entire United States if I hit that.
Yeah, I
Well, I've
think
been to the Carolinas. I haven't been to Vermont.
Maduro's posted a picture the other day, and I can't remember where. Was it Pennsylvania?
Pen-
Um,
Pennsylvania's nice.
It is.
As
he
long as you
posted.
stay out of Philadelphia and Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was somewhere he had gone camping with his wife because that's what they're doing on the weekends right now. Is every weekend they're pretty much going camping. And I
Come
can't
on.
remember where he posted that. I'm gonna go look it up real quick. See if I can find that picture. Don't die.
Well, you made him mad.
Yeah, you hit him with 3 mez spells. One of them got
There you go.
resisted. He gets a little ticky.
I got him.
Yeah, I took my wife to Pittsburgh up for a can't remember what it was. It was a class of some sort for her job,
Mm.
and then we kind of did a little bit of the rural Pennsylvania type of deal. It was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I've only driven through Pennsylvania. I haven't really stopped, but it looks
He
nice.
said the Blue Ridge Mountains, 30 miles west of the
Oh yeah,
Poconos, is where he published that last photo from their camping.
sure.
Oh,
He was saying the
nice.
other day his wife went out and got like a paddleboard and she's been like obsessed with hitting all the lakes on the weekends right now while he's because it's the only time he gets free time, like on Saturdays and Sundays right now.
That's
Right.
cool though. That's nice.
Hey man, if I lived in an area where there was stuff like that to do, I would probably do it. Not that I probably would, I would definitely do it. We have lots of stuff around us, but it's all rivers, creeks and rivers and stuff, and waterfalls, and there's a lot of cool stuff around here. But we don't have a car, so it's like we just hunkered down and recouping after all the money we spent to move.
Yeah.
Growing the YouTube channel is the #1 priority right now. We'll see. When I
Yeah.
start making those Asmongold bucks, maybe we'll start
Maybe.
adventuring a little bit.
This guy keeps resisting. What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh nope.
Best time to go to
Yeah.
Carolina,
We're gonna be
Zeph
recovering from
says it's
buying the
starting to
house
cool
for a
down.
while.
Yeah, I think we'll, if the growth continues at the rate it's been, I think we'll be pretty much good by the end of the year, as long as nothing major happens.
One of them's dotted. You're hitting that one. All right, you guys.
That's the way we do it. Just
Oh,
dot
that's
both
how
of
we.
them.
Let me see if I can get my pet on the one that went over there to kiss Renfell. Go.
I'll feign death. I'll take care of everything.
As soon as that dot goes away. All right. Yeah, I told my wife, I said I wanted Maine lobster. So the first 5 meals I had out in Maine were lobster.
That's fair.
It is fair. Absolutely
If you're
fair.
gonna go there, that's like the best place to get it.
Yeah. I
Yep.
tell my wife I want to go on vacation to Arkansas so I can get fried chicken livers.
Oh my, I love fried chicken livers and gizzards.
Oh,
Oh,
God, chicken gizzards are so good.
and good gravy, either white or brown. It
Ah,
doesn't matter.
I love them with French fries. I know that's a weird, but I like chicken gizzards with French fries. Oh man, some ranch dressing.
Yep.
Oh, or gravy. Gravy's just as good. The good
Great.
thing is we're getting ready to butcher a couple chickens. I think Chris said she's gonna do it. I think on Thursday or Friday of this week. So.
Gross. Poor
Yeah,
chicken.
chicken gizzards. We got 2 places here that do them through the week. I
Yeah.
I buy them all.
Yeah, we have places around here that do chicken gizzards, but not many that do chicken livers for some reason.
They don't use them for rituals, do they? It's for eating.
Yeah, for eating.
Hey, you never
Yeah.
know.
I'm not quite in New Orleans. I'm on the North Shore, so they don't really do all the voodoo here. I don't think they use gizzards for voodoo anyway.
Don't know how
Oh,
that works. Just
uh, it's not as interesting as people think it is. It's
man, where were you getting gizzards up here? Because I want to know every place. Because I'll buy them all.
I didn't get gizzards because I don't eat gizzards. I got livers,
Well, where'd you
and it
get
was
those?
every restaurant seemed like they
Ah,
had
yeah,
chicken livers.
yeah, they do.
So just wherever we stopped. Mostly we were headed up. We drove all the way up through the state from Ruston in Louisiana, all the way up to the uh, rural life of the Appalachian Museum up near Missouri
Yep.
border. Yeah.
I'm gonna step away for a couple seconds, guys. I'll be right
All
back.
right.
That was best vacation of my college years.
Oh man. Yeah, good chicken livers and gizzards are hard to come by.
Yeah. You can get bad ones here sometimes, but
Yeah, you can get hard ones. I mean, they're
yeah.
cooked to death, and
Well, I kind of prefer cooked to death than raw.
Oh, I agree, but it's kind of like calamari. There's that time where it's really good before it actually gets really chewy.
Yeah, calamari. I haven't had calamari in a long time either.
And we got a place here in town that's really, really good.
Right. Well, pretty much can get any seafood I want here.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I'm dying from scourge. Better sit down.
Might want to see a doctor about that.
Uh, it's only got 10 seconds left. Probably won't die. I think sitting down, my regen rate is pretty much even with 40 damage a second, so it's 92 a tick. What is my
I gotta find my duct tape so I can fix my chair.
yeah? My combat hit point regeneration sitting down is 50. Standing up is 48. All right. We got frogs in this room. Mr. Wizard.
Used to be a Might and Magic character.
Mr. Wizard?
Yep.
Oh. Well, he had a TV show I used to watch.
Yep. When I
I,
think it was what the hell was that? Sega? That game came out of Sega Genesis.
what, Mr. Wizard?
That's when Might and Magic came out.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there was a TV show with Mr. Wizard. We were kids
Yeah.
when Nickelodeon was a reboot of a 50s show, but yeah.
All right.
Nickelodeon.
I am back. I'm going to be off mic for a couple minutes. I got a plate of food in front of me that I'm going to hork down. Got quesadillas and salad.
Oh, sounds delicious.
Oh, it's a sword or something. Uh, hmm, that's interesting.
Renfell's probably right in the middle of his quesadilla
Right, right.
trying to take a bite.
There's the ossuary. Devaris, when you
Yep.
have some mana, can you throw me a clarity?
Here in just a second, I will. Sure.
Sure. Thanks. I guess we
I may not have set my alarm.
can. Well,
Okay, so try to get it loaded up without getting beat to death. Never mind.
Yeah, enjoy the travel, Crinkle. Have fun.
Evidently, they're not going to allow that to happen.
no.
Yep, that was my bad. Usually I don't miss that. Yeah, if I miss it, then Ren sounds like my wife when I don't mow the lawn. Just saying.
Mm. There we go. Did it last? And there's the wizard.
All right. My food hath been choked down. I'm gonna go put my plate back in the kitchen. I'll be right back.
Roger.
Well, I'll heal you before I go. All right. Bear back. All right. I've had food. I have another cup of coffee. Let's do this. Yeah. Now I really want egg drop soup though, because that sounded way good as a palate cleanser. Mm.
Mm.
There's no Chinese restaurants near here, so I'd have to make my own.
It's really
Just
simple though. I mean,
I don't think
it
I've ever
is,
tried.
yeah, it's
but it's
basic.
hard to get that thickness that they get.
No, it's not. It's not that difficult. It's just
All right.
cornstarch and water.
Oh,
So
that's true. I didn't think about
Yeah,
using
cornstarch is
cornstarch.
totally obtainable down here.
Yeah, I try not to use cornstarch if I don't have to.
right, right. But yeah, light soy sauce or a dark soy sauce, chicken stock, and
We always have plenty of chicken stock because Chris does chicken soups every week.
Mm.
there you go. You got it.
Like literally, we have she has the 1.5 liters of Coke that she'll buy on occasion. We just save those and fill them with chicken broth because she uses it to soak the chicken, to soak the kitten food.
Mm.
So we always have plenty of chicken stock on hand, which is great because she makes a lot of soups and
I miss Coke. I miss.
I, yeah, I mean, we drink it once or twice. Chris drinks more of it than I do, but I drink energy drinks, so that's my weakness right now.
I'm
I,
I'm bad with Kool-Aid squirts.
Oh,
yeah.
The
really?
little yeah,
Like little
squirt bottles.
bags? Oh, they have squirt bottles. I did not know that.
Yeah, I'm really bad with those. I'll go through probably about 6 or 8 of those a week, and they're $3.50 or $4 a pop
Oh,
up
wow.
here.
Yeah. Well, I'm starting to chug energy drinks on a nearly daily basis, and those cans are about, what are they, like $2, dollar and a half, $2, something like that for a big can of energy drink.
Yeah, it kind
Mm.
of depends.
Yeah, I'm not drinking any
Mon
name brands, so.
Monster, well, actually no, Rockstar. My Rockstar is 4 for $5.
Yeah, that's about, because I'm paying about $1. They're the big, I don't know what size they are. They're big cans, so it's I don't know what size they are. I'd have to go look. It's probably the same price as what you're paying because I'm paying a little more than $1 per.
That's the 16-ounce cans that
Yeah,
I
that
have.
that's probably what they are because they're 8 inches tall or whatever and
That's
six eight
pretty
inch
close.
talls.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then I do Bang energy drinks. Those are usually about 240 a pop.
Because I think the ones we get, if I get the Mexican brand, it's like less than $1 per. And if I get the other brand, which is like I don't remember where it came from, but that one's like $1.50. And then if I want Red Bull or Monster, then I'm gonna pay, $2.50, $3 a
Yes.
pop.
I went on Amazon and started buying them by the case.
Yeah, that'd be
And
worth it. Once I
we were
get an
buying them at
address here. Welcome back,
Sam's.
Mujin.
Then
Yep.
I started cutting back. I started drinking them a little more lately. Just the sugar-free Monster ones, but
I do the sugar-free and the carb-free ones.
well,
I've never tried sugar-free.
Not bad,
I
actually.
probably
yeah.
should, because that's been. I don't add sugar to anything. Like I don't put
Mm.
spoonfuls of sugar into anything. But I do drink one energy drink a day. And then the last week I treated myself because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna indulge. And I today was my last day, and I got yelled at because Chris caught me doing it. She hadn't caught me doing it the last few days because I'm doing it at like 3:30 in the morning. But I bought myself a box of cherry Pop Tarts, and fuck the whole
Mm.
one Pop Tart per serving. I'm two Pop Tarts
Mm-mm.
per serving. There's two in a bag,
That's
and
right.
Yes.
it's like I don't know, it's like 60 grams of sugar or something first thing in the morning with
It
your coffee, and it's like, woo, I'm alive. Let's go do some video games.
yeah.
She's like, you're
My
gonna get
wife
diabetes.
yeah, my wife makes this blueberry oatmeal for breakfast every morning, and I have to be careful if I stop on the store on the way home because they have cherry Pop Tart right there, and I'll buy some cherry Pop Tarts and have second breakfast.
Yes.
So good, though.
Yeah, but I totally got yelled at because today was I'm getting up at 6 instead of 3:30. So as I was sitting here preparing my stream, and it was like 6:30, and I'm eating, I'm unwrapping my bag in the bedroom, and she like woke up, rolled over, and says, "What are you eating?" And I was like, "Nothing, nothing. There's nothing here. I promise."
Nothing, honey.
Ooh, that was a good cereal when it was out. I remember
It
that.
was. Yes.
Yeah, my wife doesn't fuss at me too much about what I eat, but she will sometimes.
The only thing Chris gets on me about is the if I'm eating too many sugary things, because her mom has got diabetes, and so she's
Well,
concerned about it. I'm like, well, I don't.
well,
Technically, I think I'm okay. It doesn't run in my family, and it's not really a diet thing. It's more of a thing that it's
genetics.
genetics more than anything else. I'm not too concerned about it, but I also don't indulge in any other sugar. I don't eat candy. I don't do sugary cereals very often. I pretty much eat fairly. My weakness is potato chips and cheese, like
Yep.
like greasy stuff, like potato chips and cheese. I eat to the point where I start breaking out in my beard like I'm a teenager because it's like you've consumed 60 grams of fat today, sir.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I have diabetes, and so I try and avoid sugar.
sure, yeah.
It's pretty easy.
I think yeah, if you're conscious about it, like I said, I don't go out of my way to consume sugary products. But I do know those energy drinks pack because it's like 3 servings in one can, and I definitely drink the
Oh
whole
yeah.
can. It's like there ain't no
That's
three
why
servings, sir.
that's why I drink the sugar-free one, because
I'd have to ask Chris. I don't even know if they offer the sugar-free version here at the corner store. Mujin says he's got his 7th video up with the zombie antics. People should go check it
Yeah,
out.
mine has zero
Click the
sugar,
link
zero
on
carbohydrates. The only
his
thing it's
name.
got in it's really is 40 milligrams of sodium.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, that is the other thing. You just reminded me. Chris does occasionally, like once a month, she'll she'll say something because I do like salt.
Oh yeah.
Um, I don't add it to everything, but when I do, I don't. I'm just like I grab a pinch and throw it, and it's like my pinches are very generous. She's like, I already put salt in that. And I'm like, not enough.
Yeah. My wife, when we after we got married, her big thing was taste it before you put the salt in.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I could look at that. I don't see
Yep.
any salt. I
Yeah.
know there's no salt.
I don't see any. It's not there. That's awesome.
I was always taught never to salt somebody else's food when you're invited over for
Well,
dinner.
that is a true thing. If you're at somebody else's house, that's a legit
Mm.
thing.
And I struggle because I love salt, especially pink
Mm.
Himalayan sea salt. That's coarse.
Mm.
See, when I was a
Mm.
little kid, I was eating spaghetti and I was putting salt on my spaghetti, and my mom says, "How much salt are you gonna put on there?" And I told her, "Just enough to make it crunchy."
See, I like to put a little extra garlic salt on my spaghetti as well, and it's my own
Uh,
spaghetti. But it's like when I get it
yeah.
on the plate, it's like it depends on how much garlic salt I put in the bread. Because if I undersalted the garlic bread, then I want a
Mm.
little extra in my spaghetti sauce.
I heavy hand when I cook spaghetti in the water. I
Yes.
heavy hand it.
Yeah. Well, you need more salt in the water.
Yep.
That's the important salt. I can probably go without too much salt in the sauce as long as it's got enough in the water.
My wife is a pastor's daughter, and they always ate bland food because of missionaries and everything else. So
Hmm.
Yeah.
when I first made spaghetti for her and put half a handful of salt in the water for our family, she about passed out. Can't put
Mm.
that much salt in there. Most of it's gonna go away. It's okay.
Well, if you're gonna hit me, I'm just gonna sit here and stab you back.
I think I was reading about missionaries was the thing that taught me I was not going to be very religious. Because when I was a kid, I was reading a story about some missionaries in Ecuador, and they went to Ecuador and they all got killed. And
Yeah,
I
that
remember
stuff
rooting for the natives,
happens. Damn, damn.
and that was at a Christian school. So,
Yeah, I went to college with a guy. He became a missionary, and he was actually a pilot. He was flying a plane.
mm,
They never found him.
it's a thing.
Yep, somewhere down in South America.
He probably made a good soup somewhere.
Oofta.
Uh,
Thank you. May I have another? Oh man, that's
hmm. Well, I actually, mm, I wouldn't say dated, but there was this girl in college, and her parents were missionaries, and they had friends who were missionaries, and they were living down in Mexico, right near the border of what's south Honduras, Guatemala.
Guatemala.
Yeah, okay. So he was living in Mexico and taking a small motorcycle or a scooter or moped down into Guatemala, and they found his body, but they never did find his head.
Hmm. So the interesting thing about this is that, as a general rule, to this day, as a general rule,
Mm,
um, Mexico is not a dangerous country. However,
right.
the pockets that are in narco-controlled territory,
Mm,
they don't fuck around. Like, and a lot of people talk like they know about the narco stuff. They don't. Narcos do not mess with tourists. They do not mess with white people. They don't mess with anybody unless you're on their territory or you're from another gang. That's the only time narcos will do anything. And occasionally, very rarely, that will spill out into affecting the normal populace. But for the most part, it's narco on narco. And just as long as you don't go into their territory, you're fine. And their territory is fairly well defined by giant ranches that they own. It's just that some of them, like in the state of Sinaloa, they own most of the land in Sinaloa, so that's kind of known as a narco state. Not all of it is, but most of the state is controlled by narcos. But that's the beheading thing. Often is because someone stumbled into a narco territory, narco-controlled territory, and that's literally that's just what happens. Is you get your head whacked off, and that's a warning to other people that this is you don't come here. This is not a place
Yeah.
for you. This is just don't come here. And those kind of things are pretty rare these days for that to happen because most everybody knows. At least if you live here and pay attention. What I often see though is these days you get all the people who are doing van life, or hey,
Mm.
I'm gonna go ride my bicycle down the coast
Well,
down to down to South the point of South America, and or I'm gonna take my truck and we're gonna go in our four-wheel drive or our 4x4. We're gonna go in our Jeep. We're gonna take our camper. We're gonna go on this big road trip throughout. Okay, but like I wouldn't drive into Philadelphia for that reason. Like I know that Philadelphia has pockets of danger. Chicago has. I wouldn't go to those cities. Like I wouldn't
right,
just go into them without knowing ahead of time where are the safe places and where are the bad places. And I feel
right.
like the only time we see those things happening these days is because people just don't know any better. And but it's been I think there was one example in the last 10 years where a dude who was doing the whole thing where he was documenting his trip as a travel blogger.
Hmm.
So he had a drone and cameras and everything else, and he had a
Oops.
van, and he was just going down the coast looking for the most remote. That's the thing is he was doing the most remote places I can find in Mexico to as I go down through to South America, and he stumbled into narco-controlled territory, and guess what? He's up there flying a drone, taking pictures of all their poppy fields, and bye bye. That's
Well, you
the
do that here, you could get killed. I mean,
Yes.
that's
Yes.
it's just not smart.
Has nobody watched Ozarks? Like,
Right,
like
right.
speaking of which, I haven't watched like the last 5 or 6 episodes of the season finale. I need to finish that up now. But I've been here 12, 13 years now, and I get asked a lot, especially when we used to run the travel blog. Everybody's always asking, what's it like? Isn't it dangerous? And somebody came into YouTube a few weeks ago and was saying something was happening in Tijuana, and they had said all of these dangerous things were happening in Tijuana, and oh, we just hope you're safe. And I went and looked it up, and it's like whatever news site that they had pulled for their version of what was happening in Tijuana was some sensationalized like U.S. Week. I don't know what is a National Enquirer? Isn't
Yeah,
that the like tabloid? It was like
It
some
is.
tabloid version that said that the cartels were pulling people out of cars and just cold-blooded murdering people on the streets. And I went and looked it up, and that's actually not what happened. There
mm,
was a narco versus narco street fight that broke out, and narcos pulled other narcos out of vehicles and were
yeah.
killing each other, but it wasn't random innocent people that were being targeted in that attack. And so I was like, yeah, you just you can't you can't read those
Mm.
types of news articles. And
I mean, it's not like that wasn't happening here all that long ago.
yep,
Well, of course, here it's just the cops will pull you out of your car and murder you.
yes. And then the
But as long as you're not black, you're probably okay.
correct.
They caught our like local police chief beating black prisoners recently or something like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's just all over here. No, he's the assistant police chief, I think. And the sheriff of my parish is actually the brother of the governor of the state. So
All it takes is one school
they pretty
shooting,
much have us
Valis.
on a
That's why I don't go
lockdown
to the
here.
United States very often, because that kind of shit terrifies me. School shootings, people getting shot in movie theaters, people getting shot. Like, I don't go to the United States very often
They
for
got
that
the whole
reason.
prison
It's too
slavery thing
dangerous.
going on here.
And plus, with my wife being a Mexican, there's just there's too much racism in the United States for me to find her. She's not safe up there. There are certain places where we can go, um, but that's why when we go to the States, there are just certain places I don't go with Chris because I know that
Oh yeah.
they're heavily against Mexicans, and I just Don't go there.
Yeah. It's gotten much more friendly here towards Hispanic people because our population is like 10% Hispanic now. So everybody has gotten used to Hispanic people being here. So
It was a rarity in Missouri, but when we went back in
yeah.
2017, I had been back in like 15 years, and we were in Springfield. Went to my favorite barbecue place, and I didn't make any assumptions. You know, the cashier was a brown-skinned girl, no assumptions. But Chris was asking me in Spanish about some of the menu options, and I was explaining, and then all of a sudden the girl behind the counter started speaking Spanish to us and explaining things to Chris, and I was like, this is really cool because I think that, you know, this girl is definitely from a Hispanic family and probably has spoke English her whole professional life, but obviously in the home environment, she learned Spanish from her parents. And I was thinking
Yeah.
back when I grew up, like there were no Mexicans in Missouri when I grew up. And now, then we started going around town and like we met some Jehovah Witness downtown that were all Latinos speaking Spanish on the street corner and they just happened to be
Mm,
from Jehovah Witness. And I was like, we were talking to them in Spanish and it was a thing because like 20
yeah.
years ago that was not, or 30 years ago, that was not the case.
Yeah. Same thing here.
We are in pick 44, Jonathan. Yes, I am from Missouri. Originally. Spent 16 years growing up there in the Springfield area, Springfield, Branson.
Hmm.
Family has a big cattle ranch out in Kabul. Kabul? Kabul.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
You ever watch that old TV show from the early '90s, In the Heat of the Night?
I know of
Yeah.
it, but I don't know that I ever actually watched it. It's like a
The
detective show or something, right?
Something like that.
Police, yeah.
Yeah. The first season of it was actually filmed here in this
Hmm.
town. So I get to go sit on the corner where Carol O'Connor was talking to his best friend and stuff like that.
Fulton, Missouri.
And I still watch that show, just the first season, because I was in high school when they were filming it.
Start whipping around buffs here in a second.
Yeah.
Looks like I need a rebuff anyway. Myself as well. 5 minutes anyway until rebuffs.
Swift like the wind takes like 14 days to cast.
Mm.
Coming.
Well, I don't know
Grab
that
it.
I'll be
Grab it.
rebuffing after this because I'm going to drain all my mana doing heals. Oh, it's 9:30 anyway.
Yeah, we're
Probably need
almost
to,
there.
yeah, I need to start thinking about winding down. Oh shit, my own health. Ah, that might not have been a smart thing to do. Getting wailed on and then I'm like cannibalizing myself, not paying attention. Like I need mana to buff.
Yep. Whenever you guys want to load it up, call it or whatever.
Yeah, let's just finish these off and
You didn't have somebody coming down here, did you?
no, not to my knowledge. Somebody asked what pick we were in, but that was about it.
Oh, we
Oh,
don't have an evac.
no, let's have to origin out.
Yeah.
Yep. I got to go see what's in
Oh, that's right.
my
You
mail anyway. If it's a lure, I'm gonna cry. I'm
have.
literally gonna cry. Maybe a go f off message from my ex guild. I don't know.
A kinfolk? They don't
Yeah,
care.
they don't care. I know. I was just messing.
Yeah, no worries, Jonathan. We're on our way out.
No, I was still in the guild last night, and there was only one person in the guild online.
Yeah, I tried to read through the trash in there, and then I said, all right, that's enough. I'm not invested in the guild, so
No,
No.
I'm gonna lose some of my negative DKP.
yeah, no kidding, right? That was I bitched about that from day one. I hated that they changed the
That's
DKP system.
that's why we're not
I
gonna
didn't.
use. There's
I
no.
like their DKP
Yeah.
system.
All
I
right.
like DKP, but I just didn't like that one.
I like that one because I didn't
Do we
have to
need to
Right,
kill
build
this?
anything.
I'm just gonna mez him, and
All
we
right.
can go.
Origin
Yeah,
now.
we can go
Go ahead.
ahead.
Yeah, that's why I just do. Oh, hold on. We're gonna get another one.
Yep.
On that, my pet.
I'll wait. Yeah, make sure that we got all this locked down before we go.
Last one, and then we'll go ahead and origin. All right, kick it.
Oh, I think he may be killing it.
I'll
Yeah,
keep these
it's
down.
dotted. It's dotted. That one's dotted.
What's? Oh, I didn't done it. Somebody else did.
It's alright. We'll kill it fast. The other two are locked down.
It ran away. Oh,
It's
there
up
it is.
here.
Somebody dotted it. It's gonna dot fast.
All right, these got fresh, so go ahead and list origin.
All right.
Oh my god, I forgot how long origin take.
Plus side, I think Jonathan's getting us all with C2 as we're as we're origining out. Thank you, Jonathan.
Phew. Oh, one last time.
That's why.
boy.
That's also why I do officer assigned loot in all the guilds that I run because ain't nobody got time for DKP.
Everybody made it out right.
I'm out.
Okay, I guess we'll see you Saturday.
See some of you today for EQ2 perhaps, and then
Awesome.
next week we'll be off to Velius. Tomorrow I'll be doing something in the morning and then going over to WoW probably in the morning. But if any of you are playing tomorrow morning with Kel or anything, I'll see you guys then. Otherwise, today for EQ2 or next week for some more EQ1 as Velius unlocks. Woo woo! Enjoy your weekend, gentlemen. Barbecues and puppy dogs and all the good things that come with weekends.
Yeah.
And rest. Plenty of rest.
Huh.
All right, catch you guys later.
Later.
Streamwise, this afternoon we'll be back at 2 p.m. Central playing with Nathan Napalm, Vindini, and others in EverQuest 2. And that's it for today's streams. Tomorrow we'll be back in the morning for some probably Xbox gaming first thing, and then I'm going to move over to do World of Warcraft for a bit. Probably working on the mage or something, and then tomorrow night is our tabletop streaming at twitch.tv/Weave and Void for those of you who want to check that stuff out. And let's see here. Monday morning, I've actually got to go record stuff. We've got a new Rings of Power video coming out. We've got a Monday Musings episode coming out. We have a Mondays in Middle Earth episode coming out. And then Monday night, we're going to be doing Fallout 76. So anyone who wants to join us in Fallout 76, we're going to be playing the PC version. So look us up there. You could join in if you'd like. More info in the Discord. And until later on today, I'll see everybody later. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the memberships. Thanks for the super chats. All the good things that help me continue to make a living on YouTube.